came from India to Central Asia through the Kushan Empire. The work of famous Central Asian scholar Abu Rayhan Biruni, Kitab al-Hind, Book of India, completed in 11th century and written in Arabic, is a profound study of the Indian subcontinent and its people, and is a powerful testament to the power of cross-cultural understanding. Biruni's observations on Hinduism and Indian philosophy reflect a deep understanding of the subjects, based on a genuine respect for the culture he studied. Lively connections between Central Asia and India were also maintained later, during the first 2 centuries of the Baburid dynasty. The Baburnama is the autobiographical memoir of Zahiruddin Muhammad Babur, the founder of the Baburid Empire in India. Originally written in Chagatai Turkic language, provides a detailed account of Babur's life and observations of Central Asia as well as Indian subcontinent, its people, flora, and fauna. It was precisely through the extensive cultural exchange and mutual enrichment of ideas that people belonging to two geographically very distant nations felt a mutual connection. Over the years, the cultures of the Indian subcontinent and Central Asia have enriched each other as travelers traveled from one region to the other for a variety of purposes. Another important goal and reason for travel was the pilgrimage to the tombs of Muslim saints. As a result of this cultural exchange, Greek astronomy and medicine penetrated from Central Asia to the Indian subcontinent. Humayun's tomb is a living example of the interconnection of the two regions in the field of architecture, clearly demonstrating that cultural processes in India of the 16th, 17th centuries were the result of a complex interaction between the cultures of Central Asia and India. During the same period, the literary genre of exchanging poetic messages, consisting of short phrases, which resulted in the formation of a single jointly written poetic work, became widespread. In addition to people traveling from country to country, caravans carried messages from poets, rulers, and other important people from Central Asia to India and back. Miniature painting of that time contains a lot of evidence of cultural synthesis in architecture, crafts, jewelry, making tools, and weapons. And most importantly, it gives an idea of the way of life in general. Nowadays, more and more researchers are dealing with the studies of connection between calligraphy, ornamentation, and painting. In the Middle Ages, reading a book was a kind of ritual, and book illustration carried a large amount of information of various kinds: aesthetic, philosophical, mystical, and political. The text itself was the basis of the culture of each of the civilizations considered. Writing, manuscript, ornamentation, painting complemented each other in meaning and composition. The principle of literary creativity put its imprint on the character of ornamental and miniature painting in the Codex. This is evidenced by the emergence of Delhi Kalam style in miniature painting in the 16th century, brought to life by the Sabki Hindi literary style. There were a number of literary resources that were most often referred to when copying and decorating them with miniatures. These primarily include the poetic works of Firdausi, Nizami Ganjavi, Abdurrahman Jami, Alisher Nawai, and Sadi Shirazi, as well as historical chronicles. In conclusion, cultural linkages between Central Asia and India provide a basis for global cultural discussion. Both regions embrace their common history narratives and work together to ensure that their lasting legacy of cultural synthesis and mutual enrichment thrives in the current global interconnectedness and mutual respect environment. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your remarks, for your welcome, and for your support, mainly because the moment we came together with you, it made this conference not just international, but it gave it a right relevance to place it in Central Asia and not just in Uzbekistan. As you rightly pointed out, we have a long history and we have a very strong present as well in terms of connections between India and Uzbekistan. And being in Uzbekistan for 3 years, I have felt Dr. Manish endorsed it when he was also here with us, and we still feel he is with us here right now, that Uzbekistan is a window or a door or that thing to the Central Asian world to connect back. Not just the Silk Route that we mentioned, but it's more beyond that in terms of Indian and Uzbekistan histories and culture. Thank you so much. We really appreciate your support, and we really look forward that we'll stay connected and we'll have more support from you in such attempts. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. And I'm very thankful for you for your kind words. And only because of the collaboration with your institution, we have got this opportunity to engage in cross-cultural conversation and revisit our shared past and culture and getting the participants from all Central Asia. I hope in future together we will continue to plan such type of academic works for the betterment of the people, those who are engaged in the field of academia. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
I hope so too. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely we will do this, sir. And through Alisher, sir, I will be continuously in touch with you, sir. And now our institution, that is KM Agrawal College, Kalyan, Maharashtra, and we are an affiliated institute from University of Mumbai. Head of our institute, Professor Dr. Anita Manna, madam, is with us. She is the most important person for me in academia because she is, of course, my boss. Not only boss, but she is my PhD guide also in management. I request Professor Manna, ma'am, to please give the welcome speech.
Thank you, Manish. Good morning, everyone. I welcome you all in this international 2 days online conference. It is a collaboration between the countries, the Uzbekistan and in Maharashtra, India, with the KM Agarwal College. And jointly, we are conducting this 2 days international conference. It is really great. I have to thanks to Manish. Because of him, we can join and we can conduct this type of conferences. So topic is very good. That is Central Asia, literacy, cultural scenario, and Hindi, because there is no relation with the Central Asia and Hindi, but even then we can find out, and we can, during this, you can say the conferences, there may be lot many things will come out in that. So in this juncture, I would like to welcome, first of all, welcome Director of IICAS, Mr. Evrin Ruthbil. I also welcome to the keynote speaker, Professor Dr. Ravindra Singh, former Department of Punjab Dayal Singh College, University of Delhi, and former Fellow, Indian Institute of Advanced Study, IIAS Shimla. I also welcome to our guest of honor, Professor Dr. Ramakant Dwivedi ji, Central for International Studies Management Education Research Institute, MER, and Mr. Rahmatov Bayot, former ideologist, Tashkent State University of Oriental Studies, Tashkent, Uzbekistan. I also welcome to all the delegates who are present here online and going to present their paper. In this juncture, very short, I would like to talk about our college. Our college is established in 1994 with all the streams of arts, commerce, and science. We have all the self-financing, that is the professional courses. In India, we say like this, we have UG, PG, PhD centers for 5 programs. We are affiliated to Mumbai University. Our college is accredited by Bangalore. So there are a lot many things we have, but very short, I'm telling that we have very talented staff, and our college is a very one of the renowned college of in Mumbai University. Related to topic, I would like to say that relate to that literary scenario of Central Asia. Here, the Central Asia has a rich literacy, traditional influence by Turkey, Persian, Arabic cultures. And we have a famous poets like Rumi and Ferdowes, etc. They shaped the literary heritage. Even the folk traditional and national identity, we'll see, were often expressed through state approved literature. Under the modern literature, after independence in 1991, there was a literary revival of local language of their Kazakh, like your Kazakh, Uzbek, etc. The but today's writer focus on cultural identity, nationalism, and globalization. These are the very, you can say, the in Central Asia, the literary scenario. Very nutshell, I am telling because there are a lot many points we have to cover regarding the cultural scenario of Central Asia. We can that cultural features is a mixed of Turkey, Persian, Islamic, etc. influences the cultural feature here. Like your Sufi is also influences. Sufi poets and saints played a major role in shaping the spirituality, art, and culture. And similarities we can find it with India in the cuisines also, like their dresses, family traditions, resemblance you will find with India. Apart from that, and we will talk about the Central Asia and Hindi, that is the we can find the historical links since ancient times. The Silk Route connected India with Central Asia. As already Sir said, the Buddhism spreads to China via Central Asia. Sufi traditional created a bond between the Persian, Arabic literature and Hindi that impacts the Hindi literature, that is the Persian and Turkey vocabulary deeply influence Hindi and Urdu poetry. Poets like Amir Khusro blended Persians with local Indian languages, creating a bridge between the two cultures. Present day, Hindi is taught in some Central Asian universities like your Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, like that. And Indian films, if we talk about that, like Bollywood, are extremely popular in Central Asia, helping spread Hindi informally. In nutshell, I would like to say that Central Asia's literary and cultural scenario is diverse and deeply connected to Persian, Turkey, and Islamic traditions. India and Central Asia sharing long-standing cultural and linguistic ties, and Hindi has acted a cultural bridge earlier through Sufi and Persian influences, and today through education and Bollywood. And at the end, I would like to thanks to everyone who present here in this inaugural session. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Manna. And it's a privilege because coming up from your leadership, your college, how it has been made possible, you may say that it's credit to, of course, Alisher ji and Rutbil ji, but still we know that the inspiration comes from the host college who's hosting this Uzbekistan initiative or Central Asian theme at your college as well. Dr. Manish, please guide us further for the proceedings.
Yes, Mr. Praveen, thank you, ma'am. Thanks for your welcome speech. Now we are, I think Professor Ramakant sir has joined us.
Yes, sir. I think he's there with us.
Yes, I'm very much here, Manish.
Sir, welcome, sir.
Parveen sir, please welcome Professor Ramakant Dwivedi ji.
Thank you, Dr. Manish. And so now we are really privileged to have with us Professor Dr. Ramakant Dwivedi. Less to mention and more to experience from his side because he knows things that we are trying to work on. He has been connected, still connected, has a rich background in terms of Central Asian studies, real experience with people, and the documentation that he has done is also worth appreciating. And he is joining us from the Center for International Studies, Management, Education and Research Institute, New Delhi. Professor Dr. Ramakant Dwivedi, we welcome you and we are really grateful that you accepted our request, our invitation, and we really look forward to your insightful address in this conference inaugural session, sir.
हाँ आ जाओ तुम ग्रुप में हो ना फिर पर्सनल क्यों मैसेज कर दो
Thank you very much. Good morning. Namaste. Salam alaikum. I'm delighted to be part of this August gathering, trying to understand, examine cultural heritage relations between India and Central Asia. Manish, could I have the PowerPoint presentation?
Yes, sir, sure. We'll
Yes.
just make you the co-host and then you'll be doing it.
Please, that will be fine. If you can.
Yes, sir. On it. Just one moment. You'll
The
be sharing
reason-
it from the same account.
Yes.
Manish ji, yes, co-host done. Thank you.
Is it visible there?
Not yet, sir. We'll just check out.
All right. If there is a technical glitch, let me carry on without wasting time. I think that's because there are very rich pictures which I wanted to share with the panelists.
If you allow, we have your document that you shared with us, or you can just maybe we have made you the co-host, and we really feel that that would be rewarding for us to go to the graphics as well.
So can I just send this PowerPoint once again to Manish ji?
You can, and I'm just checking out if we PowerPoint. Yes, sir. If you send it to him immediately, then we'll share it from this end.
Already sent to him.
Manish ji, just help me with the file, and I'll open it from this side.
Okay. In the meantime, you do that. Let me just.
Sure, sir.
So as I was mentioning, that is a real pleasure and privilege both for me to be part of this gathering and interaction. Speakers before me, they have already covered the historical ties between India and Uzbekistan. I plan in next 7 or 8 minutes to structure the presentation primarily in 4 categories. Category 1 will have a historical perspective on India-Uzbekistan relations. The second part would deal with cultural, economic, and contemporary perspectives. And third would deal with the strategic and security cooperation. And last, a set of conclusions drawn from my earlier narratives on the issue. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. India and Uzbekistan share a rich history of interaction spanning thousands of years, and their modern bilateral ties reflect both this civilization heritage and contemporary strategic priorities. Since Uzbekistan independence in 1991, relations with India have matured into a strategic partnership encompassing cultural, trade, energy, education, connectivity, and security. Uzbekistan, located at the heart of Central Asia, is India's most populous Central Asian partner and a crucial gateway for New Delhi's broader regional engagement. With overlapping concern over terrorism, energy security, and connectivity. Both countries are steadily expanding their cooperation in line with India's Connect Central Asia policy initiated in 2012 and Uzbekistan's own outreach under current President Excellency Shaukat Mirziyoyev. Speakers before me have touched upon the Kushan period. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to show you there is two sites in southern part of Uzbekistan where one has an opportunity to visit. And these two sites are Fayaz Tepe and Kurgan Tepe. Next slides, please. This excavations here, they indicate rich cultural connectivity between India and Uzbekistan. I was lucky to visit this site. Of course, lots of developments have taken place subsequently. And it would be worth exercise to take the current stock of developments at these two sites and how that will make value additions to enriching our cultural relations and bilateral ties in various areas. Next slide, please. Speakers before me also touched upon the Kitabul Hind or Indica, the book written by the Al-Biruni. He was born at this place, which is displayed on the screen right now. There is the Al-Biruni district in Karakal, Pakistan, which is the autonomous region. They have got an institute also there, and I was lucky to visit this place. And I entirely agree with the speakers before me when he talked about how the Al-Biruni way back came, learned Sanskrit language, and very critical study of Indian society, culture, and if I may say, even politics. So it's a very good compendium and assessment of Indian society at that point of time. And this is the place where the gentleman was born, and this is currently located in Karakal, Pakistan of Uzbekistan. Now coming to the contemporary period, next slides, please. Here is the chairman of the Academy of Sciences of Karakal, Pakistan, who facilitated my visit to these critical areas. Now, current time, when we talk about the India-Uzbekistan ties, I find it extremely difficult to, talk about one particular period. Past feeds the presence and create the ambience for the future and the warm ties that exist between New Delhi and Tashkent. To illustrate Indo-Uzbek relations since ancient time, it would be appropriate, as mentioned earlier also, to mention the work of Al-Biruni. Socio-cultural relations further expanded and got strengthened during Babri dynasty, right from the ancient coming to the medieval period. Ladies and gentlemen, there are 350 manuscripts which are currently available at 3 libraries in India. One is Raja Library in Rampur, second is Khudawaksh Library in Patna, and third is Tonk Library in Rajasthan, where we find the informations related to the ties covering social, economic, political aspect of bilateral and multilateral relations between India and Uzbekistan. Al-Biruni Institute of Oriental Studies. I was lucky to be associated with this institute as a visiting fellow from 1998 to 2001. Next slide, please. This is the library which is the unique library in the world. Nowhere you find so many manuscripts as they are available in Al-Biruni Institute, which is part of the Academy of Sciences of the Republic of Uzbekistan. And I found that, Manishi, any work dealing with the medieval period would be incomplete unless scholars from your college they must make a visit to the Al-Biruni Institute and try to dig out the information, which I am sure will make value additions to the research carried by your institute and the scholars from your college. Coming to the contemporary period, Pandit Nehru ji visited Uzbekistan 1959. Lal Bahadur Shastri ji was there. But let me come to the timeline which is post 1991. India recognized Uzbekistan independence. We were one of the first countries to do that. New Delhi and Tashkent share common concern on number of issues, whether regional or international issues. Both the countries' cooperation, there is not even a single issue, Mr. Chairman, where there is a disagreement between New Delhi and Tashkent, whether it is regional issues or international issues. And both have been cooperating within the bilateral framework and multilateral framework. India-Uzbekistan share a long-standing relationship that has deepened since Uzbekistan independence in 1991. A milestone was Prime Minister Manmohan Singh's visit to Tashkent in April 2006, during which 7 agreements were signed in areas such as energy, business, education, and counter-terrorism. Particularly significant were accords granting Indian companies access to Uzbekistan energy and mineral sectors. And we are working on that, and I'm sure that is going to make very good additions to enhance our economic engagement, which has not been so far reflecting the potential that exists between the two countries. However, slowly and surely, there is a qualitative increase in the economic engagement, economic ties between the two countries. As you know, India has got energy-intensive growth model, and to support that, India needs hydrocarbon resources, and there is a plenty of hydrocarbon resources available in Uzbekistan. So when we talk about the economic principle of perfect match, I think that is there between New Delhi and Tashkent. Beyond hydrocarbons, Uzbekistan also possesses rich uranium reserves, offering potential collaboration in nuclear energy. Transport connectivity remains central to India's strategy with Central Asia, and therefore the upcoming route through Chabahar port to Afghanistan, then to Uzbekistan, this corridor one was lucky to travel by surface transport. Ladies and gentlemen, the existing corridors between India and Central Asia, that is from Mumbai to Bandar Abbas to Mari province, Turkmenistan, and across the Oxus River. If Chabahar becomes fully operational, the distance will reduce by 1,000 kilometers, which will have cascading effect on India's engagement with Uzbekistan in particular and Central Asia in general. India-Uzbekistan share a relationship rooted in history, culture, and geography, which has steadily evolved into a multi-dimensional partnership. Uzbekistan, located at the heart of Central Asia, holds strategic significance for India, both as a gateway to the region and as a partner in security, energy, and economic cooperation. New Delhi and Tashkent have nurtured their ties based on mutual respect, shared concern, and complementary interest. India and Uzbekistan also share a common security concern, especially in combating terrorism, extremism, and drug trafficking. The instability in Afghanistan poses risk for both countries, and cooperation in countering the extremist forces, not only in Central Asia, not only in South Asia, but at the larger stage, that is globally. I think New Delhi and Tashkent have got quite a few verticals, both within the bilateral and multilateral forums, and which is really fructifying into net deliverables and making an effective impact to address our common concern. Joint military exercises such as Dostlik have strengthened defense cooperation between the two countries. Uzbekistan has consistently supported India's position on number of issues, and so does the New Delhi. One, ladies and gentlemen, I want to draw your attention that the issue of geographical inaccessibility is a major concern for India as far as Uzbekistan and Central Asia is concerned. To overcome that, transport corridor via Chabahar and other options are there. But my submissions to this August gathering is where Manish has been doing lots of work, and that is to overcome the issue of geographical inaccessibility, educational cooperation, what we call today the digital highways. And I think this will be the attribute to Al-Biruni, who visited India 11th century, whom we have just now, the speakers before me talked, and I showed you the slides, that in order to overcome the issue of geographical inaccessibility, education is a medium which can be exploited and channelized with the inherent principle of win-win situation, both for India and Central Asia in general, and India and Uzbekistan in particular. And there, the Center for International Studies has been working hard with the Tashkent State University of Oriental Studies, Diplomatic Academy, University of World Economy and Diplomacy, University of Journalism and Mass Communication, Uzbekistan. We have already signed memorandum of understanding followed by agreement. Our faculties are teaching currently at these places, and we hope to enhance this cooperation both vertically and horizontally with, again, inherent principle of win-win situation, and thereby making a value additions to this relationship, which is right from the Kushan period, since ancient time, to medieval period, the Babrid period, and the current. Indo-Uzbekistan relations are thus broad-based, spanning history, culture, economy, security, and contemporary geopolitics, with shared interest in regional stability, counter-terrorism, and connectivity with the strong cultural affinities. Now, when I talk about the cultural affinities, dear friends, actually we are part of the same cultural complex. In the defense, we have the concept of defense complex. When we look at the historical and cultural commonalities, I have spent substantial time in this region, and believe me, I never find I am away from home. So it is this cultural, this ease of being there, this cultural affinities which needs to be complemented, supported, and taken forward, what this your college and Manishji and others are doing. The partnership is poised to grow further. Both nations now look, that is India and Uzbekistan, now look forward a future defined by deeper economic integration, sustainable development, and enhanced people-to-people ties, making the relationship a vital pillar of India's engagement with Central Asia in general and Uzbekistan in particular. With this, I end, and thank you very much to Dr. Manish and your college for inviting me and sharing my thoughts with this August panel. Thank you. Jai Hind. Namaste.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. You have given such a detailed information about Central Asia, and through your speech, we have also come to know that what work and what time you have spent in Central Asia, and till today, how you are engaged with the activities of Central Asia. As a faculty of Indology in Oriental University, I have always heard one name from India, which all the Indologists is talking about, Professor Ulfat, Professor Nilofar, Professor Sirajuddin, and that is Ramakant sir. And because of this seminar, I have got the opportunity to listen you, to get connected with you. I hope in future also we will get blessings from you and we will do some good jobs in the field of academia. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Now, our another guest, Professor Bayat sir, is I think he's not connected with us. Mr. Paveen?
Yes, sir. We couldn't connect with him. He was traveling, so maybe some network issues.
So it's okay. So for the final speech for this session, that is keynote speech, Professor Dr. Ravinder Singh sir is with us. He is professor in Department of Punjabi, Dayal Singh College, University of Delhi, and he's a former fellow of Indian Institute of Advanced Study, Shimla. I'm having the opportunity to meet so many times with Ravinder sir, and for this conference, for this keynote, I don't have words to say thanks to sir, because I have given a very little span of time to sir, but he is very kind and he has accepted my request, and today he is with us. So without any formalities, with lot of respect, I call Dr. Ravinder sir for the keynote speech. Professor Ravinder sir.
Thank you, Dr. Manish ji, and all the dignitaries present in this session. I would try not to repeat anything that already has been said about the this topic, but definitely I like to add something. Since Dr. Manish is my known and is friend of mine, he has something in his mind when he contacted me and asked me to give a keynote on this topic, because I have been working on particularly on the Sapta Sindhu geocultural issues. So on that note, I will start my keynote, very brief, and then try to give few of my pointers for the presenters that will continue in the next sessions. So Central Asia has a rich and complex literary and cultural history, deeply intertwined with its geographical position at the crossroads of major civilizations. This region, often called the heart of Eurasia, has been a melting pot of cultures, religions, and languages, and its literary and cultural landscape reflects this diversity. So this thing I very much know that belongs to and very pertinent for this seminar's topic. The literary tradition of Central Asia are a fascinating blend of oral epics such as Epic of Manas from Kyrgyzstan and classical written works. These traditions were shaped by the region's pre-Islamic history, the arrival of Islam, and subsequent influences from Turkish, Mongol, and Russian cultures. Earlier, literary forms were often composed in languages like Sogdian and Bactrian, which are now extinct. The coming of Islam in the 18th and 19th century profoundly impacted the region, leading to the adoption of the Arabic scripture and flourishing of literature in Persian and later Turkish language. Ferdowsi's epic poem Shahnameh and the works of Al-Biruni, while often associated with Persia, had a profound influence on the literary and intellectual life of Central Asia. The modern literary landscape of Central Asia is marked by a revival of national languages and traditions, with the contemporary writers exploring themes of identity, history, and globalization. So my basic work is on the prehistory of this area. So few points about those time. The cultural and civilizational roots of Central Asia and the Indian subcontinent are deeply intertwined, and evidence pointing to a common origin in the prehistoric period. This is the most vividly captured in the striking similarities between the Rig Veda and the oldest of the Vedas, and Avestan, the sacred text of Zoroastrianism, which is believed to be have the originated in the ancient Iran and Central Asia. Both texts share a common linguistic and mythological heritage, indicating a shared Proto-Indo-Iranian culture. This is evident in the presence of similar deities, rituals, and philosophical concepts. For example, the Rig Vedic god Indra has a counterpart in the Western demon Indra or Indra. The Rig Vedic Soma, a ritual drink, corresponds to the Western Homa. The similarities in the language, particularly in archaic form of Sanskrit and Avestan, provide strong evidence of a shared linguistic ancestors. This shared heritage suggests that the early Indo-Aryans and Iranians, before their divergence, inhabited a common geographical area, which many scholars believe was in the steppes of Central Asia. I will like to elaborate on this point because I believe after studying the Rig Vedic and Avestan text from the geocultural aspect, once when the Caspian Sea and the Aral were connected, there was no access above that land. At that time, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, and the Iran and all the other parts of that civilization below the Caspian Sea were present and of the same colorum of culture. In Daksh Prajapati, what we call as a myth, but it's a history of mankind, it is depicted in the in this particular text that at that time, 5 tribes or 5 races were there who were siblings, but they were different in their attributes. They were different in their behaviors, but of the same stock of human activities. This place is called the place Indo-Iranian, all that part we call, we can say the Sub-Sindhu and other area. So this is a prehistoric, and this is evident from the name of Caspian that we use as a Kashyap. And we, if we decode that myth, we can find the wonderful historical evidence from that thing. And I worked on Samudra Manthan as well as an intellectual history of intellectual practices. At that time, when I saw Dr. Ramakant's those pictures where they have visited the places, bacterian places, I believe and I think some of the intellectuals and scholars have already identified that those places were the center of intellectual practices where the rishis were there and they have their own school of thoughts, or you can call in the modern time the universities. So Valmiki, Vishwamitra and other, those were mentioned in the Rig Veda during the time of Sudas and Pijwan. So we can identify those people after those hundreds of years after that, because they were not the single rishi, they were basically school of thought. So school of thought, what they did when they were indulging or when they were practicing that intellectual activities, they were divided with a very, I think, deep difference on the outcome of that intellectual practice, which we are always known as Devasur Sangram. Devasur Sangram was basically not a war or fight. It was basically an intellectual or you can say ideological war. So when the this intellectual war outcome of that was the Amrita. So I have already written a paper on this and spoke on many places. So I will not go into details of this, but the first schism between Iran and present time Bharat, it happens after that Devasur Sangram, or on the basis of intellectual practices, where we as a civilization defined that place as a Brahma-centric, and the other party who were indulging in that Assyrian and later the Persian, you have all the historical evidence how this ideological situations develop in two different kind of things in the coming time. So these things definitely influenced our literature and culture. But before that, dharma was the basic thing that I would like to speak on in just a few words. That the concept of dharma is a key social construct that played a pivotal role in the evolution of early civilizations in both the Indian continent and Central Asia. Dharma derived from the Sanskrit root dhri, meaning to uphold or to support, signifies cosmic law, duty, righteousness, and moral order. All these things are before the coming age of uh, institutionalized religions. The society or civilization were evolving on a self-ruled or self-accepted or self-owned rules of ethical moral duties called the dharma. So we have that common ground. So in the context of early Indo-Iranian civilization, dharma represented the fundamental principle that governed the universe and human society. It was the right way of living that ensured harmony and stability. This concept, along with Rit, cosmic order, provided a blueprint for social organization, guiding individuals in their roles and responsibilities. The social structure that evolved on this fundamental foundation was not merely about power or hierarchy, but was rooted in a sense of duty and cosmic purpose. This shared understanding of cosmic order and moral duty is another strong indicator of the common civilizational roots and India and Central Asian people. The principle of dharma helped shape the early social constructs, guiding everything from family life to governance and spiritual practices, and continue to resonate in the cultural ethos of the region. So these things are very evident. We can find the ancient or archaeological sites on these all places, and we can connect with them. If we go beyond the current written history, we go back to our prehistory and to Itihas that's written in Rig Vedic and Avestan text, we won't find any difference on humanity grounds, because on attributes, every person is different. As depicted in the Daksh Prajapati, 5 tribes were there, but they were not different races. They were different on their attributional concepts. So with these words, I think the seminar, this conference will deliver more on these topics, on these indicators, on these points, to give us some new insights, and definitely will contribute in the knowledge in the coming time. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Ravinder Singh ji, for your time, for your insightful address, and for nicely connecting with whatever has been said now. It has enriched our learning as well. Thank you so much, and we really look forward to stay connected. And we consider this conference another beginning in terms of the India and Central Asia connections. And if we call it Silk Route, we can call it a knowledge route, we can call it a philosophy route, we can call it a darshan route, as we can say all these things connect us together. Thank you so much. And now we are moving ahead, ladies and gentlemen, to conclude our today's inaugural session. We just heard from Professor Dr. Ravinder Singh ji, and we have heard our keynote speakers as well. We are really thankful to everyone who has been part of the organizing team as well from the host colleges, institutions, and we invite one of our team members who has been a partner in organizing this. He's from Al Farganus University, Tashkent, for the vote of thanks, Dr. Pulato Sherdor. So he's there with us, and we invite him to kindly present a vote of thanks and his wise words as well. Dr. Sherdor, if you can hear me.
Yes, yes, of course.
Thank you. Welcome.
Namaste.
Over to you.
मैं बहुत खुश हूँ क्योंकि आपके मित्र हैं है ना साफ बताए अंग्रेजी में हिंदी में also good morning ladies gentlemen dear professors and can me this word respected professors, honorable scholars, first and foremost, I would like to express my sincere gratitude Dr. Manish Kumar and Dr. Parveen Kumar for give me the opportunity to speak. The ties between in India, Uzbekistan date back to ancient times and even today. This relation continue to development at the remarkable peace. The efforts, mutual cooperation between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and President Shavkat Mirziyoyev have significantly accelerated this progress. In particular, the growing collaboration in the field of economy, culture, and education holds great importance as a representative of the education sector. We firmly believe that conference and seminars such as this one wield meaningful and lasting results. I wish the conference great success and productive outcomes. I am a scholar Indian philosophy and important reflection of Mahatma Gandhi's thought in of Uzbekistan. The topic. Can you for me this speak? It is what's nothing that when you heard about India first Mahatma Gandhi comes to mind. His name is so intertwined with the name of India that no one can spread it. Gandhi, with his courage in ideas, left a mark India and world history. Also, when you use the word peace, we remember Mahatma Gandhi as well as at the word peace and Gandhi are used as synonyms. For today, world, the founder of peace, Mahatma Gandhi's ideas are needed more than ever. The study of socio-political worldview and philosophical of Gandhi is very important. The modern world at significance even greater. For example, we can see how the concept of non-violence is necessary both in the world in the political cycles. This because the modern era is very special because of its polarity in his philosophy, the emergence of man as a primary factor proves its relevance. Therefore, the study of the Mahatma Gandhi's philosophy is relevant. Turning to philosophical views, it should be pointed out that fundamental principle for him is the perception of God, the primary reality objectively existing and not connect with the will and consciousness of the individual. Therefore, in relation to the main issue, Gandhi's philosophy was in the full sense a supporter of objective idealism, thus provided that divine essence of Gandhi's is considered in the substantial plan as the main point reference for his philosophical and social political views, and this concept essentially runs wrote many of works of Mahatma Gandhi. The proof of that is a principle of non-violence is universally accepted is that according to the United Nations General Assembly resolution of June 15, 2007, Mahatma Gandhi's birthday was anonymously apart on the International Day for the Elimination of Violence. The social philosophical worldview of Mahatma Gandhi definitely influenced of Central Asia in the 20th century. Central Asia was national liberation movement against colonial opposition in Asia, especially in Uzbekistan, which then called Turkestan. Representative of this movement, we call it Jadids. Jadids in Arabic. Nowadays, also in Uzbekistan, we field of Gandhian studies in development in composition of Indian studies. Books about Mahatma Gandhi's work and his worldview are being followed with interesting in Uzbek society. We see the social and philosophical ideas of Mahatma Gandhi influence Uzbek society through films. The film Munna Bhai 2 was translated in Uzbek by famous Indian scholar Ahmad Jan Qasimov, and this My Life, My Message by Mahatma Gandhi's Uzbek translate Amr Faizullah, the talented translator of Hindi scholar. The fact that the book will translate into Uzbek Liberian can be explained by the fact Amr Faizullah is an Indian scholar. Gandhi conveyed to Indian spirit very well to the reader. The book has been published for 3 times. This fact important, this Gandhi's philosophy. In conclusion, I can say that first, the Gandhian doctrine non-violence is still relevant in the real relation between different countries and the issue of social cooperation. Secondly, Gandhi's philosophy rejects any war as a means of the solving problem. The name Gandhi today represents peace, social cooperation, and interfaith tolerance throughout the world. Certainly, the ideas of Mahatma Gandhi had significant importance of Central Asia, particularly in Uzbekistan, both in the past and today. Thank you very much. Dhanyavad.
Thank you so much. Dhanyavad, Qatar Ahmad. So, being our friend, starting with Namaste, this has been the beauty of this connection with Uzbekistan and Central Asia, that you come here, you bring up the rich heritage, the tehzeeb of India, and you come up with Assalamu alaikum, and the reply comes as a Namaste. So that's how we are connected. Thank you so much. So with this vote of thanks, which remains continual expression of gratitude to all our presenters who have joined today, and of course to our dignitaries, our main speakers, keynote addresses, and special address as well. Thank you so much. Now, going by the time of the conference, we'll be moving ahead to our technical sessions. On behalf of the complete organizing team, we again thank all our guests who joined, gave us their time. We thank Mr. Evren Rutbil. We also thank Dr. Anita Manna, Professor Dr. Ravinder Singh ji, and of course our special guest of honor, Professor Dr. Ramakant Dwivedi ji. Bayot sir couldn't join, but he'll be joining us in between our sessions as well when he'll be able to have proper internet. And Sherdor ji, thank you so much for concluding our inaugural session. Now, we thank everyone and invite you that after 5 minutes, we will be starting with our technical session 1. Yes, Manish ji.
Parveen sir, sorry to
Manish ji.
interrupt you. Before going
Please.
for the technical session, Alisher Kramo sir is with us. He's from IRCS and he's the main connecting person between Agrawal College and
Yes.
IRCS. So, Alisher sir, we will like to listen some words from you also.
Yes, Alisher ji, thank you so much. We could see you right from the beginning and invite you as well. Alisher ji.
Thank you very much indeed. Indeed, I mean, nothing to add after the opening remarks of our director. So what we will be follow this meeting, and we will be try to contribute during the discussions or deliberations on different subjects related with cultural exchange and cultural dialogue between Central Asia and India. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you. And the background that you have sounds like something from Samarkand.
No, I'm from Tashkent.
And the background that I see that there's a
Background,
golden...
it's our, yes, background, it's our institute, International
nice.
Institute of Studies in Samarkand. It is a historical center in the University Boulevard. It's a beautiful chateau, and so we are welcoming you to visit our institute as well.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's indeed welcoming. Thank you so much. So, Manish ji, so we are concluding our inaugural session and...
Yes, continue. Please continue.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. So we take your permission from our all guests to move ahead. And after 5 minutes, all the presenters in the same sequence which has been shared online with all of you, we all will be joining. I wish to display the same sequence that we are trying to follow today on the screen for all of you so that we are aware how we can keep it active. So here it is. And the conference is also live on YouTube. So if you wish to share the link with someone, or you'll also be having access to your presentation after the conference is over, which will be on YouTube. So today's session that we are going to start with, the technical session that we'll have, that you can view. And we'll be welcoming Dr. Upasana Pawar from India as the session chair. But we just wish to just check this, whether all of you are present in this session. We have got Professor Muminov Nozev, we have got Dr. Sushant, Professor Azim John, we are going to have Dr. Sonia Rathore, Dr. Satyavan, we are going to have Professor Madina Banu Olimovna, we are going to have Professor Soita and Professor M. Nazarova, Dr. Indira, Professor Habib Janov, we are going to have Dr. Rupesh Dubey. So if you are already present, just a small message from your side in the chat box will help us to start our session within 5 minutes. Thank you, everyone. We have a short break of 3 minutes to 5 minutes, and then we'll come back and start. Every presenter will be having 6 minutes to 7 minutes for the presentation. If you have got any slides or something that you wish to share, we request you to be ready. With Manisha's support, we'll be making you a co-host only for your presentation, and you will be able to present it. Please do not mind if the session chair or from our technical team, we just say very lightly, 1 minute left or 2 minutes left. Ignore it if you're already on time, but please accept our request to keep it for time of 6 to 7 minutes if you hear we say this. Thank you so much. We'll be back in 3 minutes to start our technical session 1.
चलो नीचे लगा दो मेरे वाले में, अब वहीं करेंगे. Thank you.